Well, our trip has concluded, so to speak. We leave tomorrow. It was a great time. I know the kids went to the water park today. It was so weird down here. We went on the lazy river. Yeah, we went to Volcano Bay, and there was like no one there.
Daddy, can you tell them Scott was there with her mom?
Yeah, Scott was there with Megan. Yes. So we went to Volcano Bay today. It was so weird. There was no one there, and I said, "How can this place stay open?" There was no lineups. There was nothing. It was a little, for a Canadian, it was 21 degrees Celsius. Light wind, so it was a little chilly when you get out of the water, but it was pretty nice. Now maybe people around there thought that was cold. I don't know, but they said 2 days ago it was packed, and next week it gets really, really jammed there. Today it was like our day. It was much more pleasant. We got to go on everything we wanted. Even Ollie went on all the water slides, and Addie went on the lazy river and a couple of rides, and she had a lot of fun. That was perfect. I didn't really want to have an update or have an opening because I didn't know a lot about the 2 and 3 year olds this week. I was waiting to get updates from both Jason's and Eric, and very pleasant, very happy to hear what I had heard. There was no real issues. A couple of the horses that had made breaks last week, were slowly getting them polished up. Freedom Hill had made a break the other day on Eric, and he said she was much better today. A little grabby. I said, she's at What the Hill. I know the story. What is wrong with you, car? I'm not in park. This van, I don't know how anybody could ever get in an accident in this vehicle, ever. I don't want to jinx myself, but yeah, the 2 and 3 year olds I was really happy with. Obviously, I was in particular interest of some of the older horses too. Wallop is going to qualify Tuesday at the Meadows. I made my mind up. I'm going to go over to the Meadows now. Jason had just thrown some cold water on me and said, "Aren't they Lasix horses? You can't really go over Tuesday morning. You have to leave at 4 o'clock in the morning to make Lasix for the qualifiers that are at 10:30. So I may have to go over Monday night, I guess. Wasn't planning on doing that. Monday night to qualify the horses Tuesday. I think it's important. There's a chance of rain Tuesday, but it's going to pour rain Wednesday.
Hey, Dad.
And, yeah, Ollie, yes, honey?
Did you tell him that I went on the big trap?
Yes, you went on the big trap
New
slide.
text message from Lauren Harmon.
So, Wallop, Steel Cowboy, and most importantly at this juncture anyway, Pull the Shoes and Lover's Play are going to qualify. Now, the 2 year old, the 3 year olds I'm going to go a lot easier with and just try to get a stiff mile into them, but not empty them out. So I'm guessing 2-1, 2-2 at the most, and this is considering a fast or at least a very good track for Pull the Shoes and a little bit slower for Lover's Play, and then after that decide where they belong. I'm not sending Lover's Play down. I know somebody said, you paid her into that Numbers 2 series. That's great. Just pump your brakes. I paid her into that for her to have somewhere to go, but she has to be ready to go. If I qualify her in 2-3 and she feels a little drawn out, then it's going to be another couple of weeks before we're ready to have her ready to rock. You guys saw the maidens are a little stiff right now in definitely Mohawk, and stiff at Northfield too. I think that's not to say they're easy anywhere right now, but finding a proper space and having the horses ready to go when they win that class is most important. So when it comes to Pull the Shoes and Lover's Play, going to go a little easier with them on Tuesday. And I'm not emptying the other toe out either, but I would like to see a mile in 58, 59 from Steel Cowboy and do it right. He is still a little bit bumpy, but he was pretty good the other day when I trained him, especially for him being over Northfield Park. So I'm interested to see how he's going to be at the Meadows on Tuesday. And then Wallop, he had trained in 2-2, 2-3 or something. So they're all ready to go for the most part. But those are the first 4 going. We get horses qualifying again in Ontario this week in schooling. So we have a number of horses. You'll see these smaller waves of 3 and 4 starting to qualify. And then you'll see a big blast of the 3 year olds getting ready to rock as we get closer to April even. And then by May, we should have all the 3 year olds qualified and racing and ready to go. And our 2 year olds getting close also. So this is a very interesting time of year. Starting to see all the 2 year olds polish up a little bit, and we're still a good 90 days, right? March to April, April to May, May to June. We're still a good 90 days from any sort of top speed with these horses, but you're starting to see them start to polish up now. They come a half and 15 today with a number of the horses. They said they were very, very strong. Happy to hear that Manhattan Money took to the hobbles well. She sits at the bar also trained well today. Jason was happy with the ones I talked to him about, so did Eric. Now, I haven't talked to Jason Merriman, but I was more interested to talk to Jason about Pull the Shoes and Lovers Play, who he went with this week. So those 3-year-olds are getting closer to go. As far as the races this week, and Greatest Ending also, Jason said, was very strong training today. So we'll probably train him one more stiff mile and then draw his blood and see where we're at in that regard. But he said he was very, very strong today training. So all positive notes as we head into the month of March. The week that was, obviously some transitions there. Patrick had to jump up into the open, so to stay close, that kind of hindered our chances. Crantini won and was lost in a claimer, and a couple of people say to me, well, you know, he looked so good, he should have raced in a condition race. He looked good because he wasn't in a condition race. That's not to say that he can't do, but I was going to try and take full advantage of his wins and his money and his mystique that comes with him, right? He said a lot of not very kind words come out of Southern Ohio for Crantini when he was there with the last outfit. So I tried to maximize our opportunities with him, and unfortunately got caught somewhere in between oh well and your hand in the cookie jar. But I'm certainly not going to shed any tears. Crantini can't ever race in the class he raced in the other day again. He now has to move up either into condition ranks, which with the money he's made last 3 puts him in a pretty dubious place, or he has to move up where he's got to face the likes of Unbeatable Kemp and the rest of those horses. And there's no point in getting into any discussions about who's better. I know how I feel, and I like the position we're in. I would like to squeeze out another couple, 2-3 wins with Crantini, but at the end of the day, we're going to continue to race our horses in an aggressive manner here at the stable, and I don't really think there's any apologies needed for that. I think we've outlined that. We're going to continue to do that. I'm super excited to see our sophomores start to get ready. You know, I talked to Scott quite a bit today. He was here, obviously, accepting his Driver of the Year award at the Dan Patch Awards tomorrow, and him and Megan were here. We talked about Tech Song. We talked about Delicious Stone. We talked about all our 3-year-olds coming back and our 2-year-olds. I love the way that Scott gets so interested in what we're doing. It was nice to talk to him. He asked about a couple of horses that he thought were really good when he went on the Rose Run. AJ was the one. I said, yeah, he's been training very, very well. Really happy with him. He talked and asked about the Priest specifically. I said, Addie, shh. I said we had castrated the Priest and he's getting better every week. Very happy with the way he looks. He did quietly ask about the one that tried to kick him in the training mile at the open house, who was Grand Slam Dio. I said, I'm really excited about the horses. We talked about Captain Incredible quite a bit. I talked to Jason about his training mile today, and I talked to Scott about trying to get him onto a clay track, a mile track, and get him comfortable just for 2 months as we start to get him ready. Again, this is not normal for us, but we don't train with a cookie cutter, right? We know that. You guys know that every file, every horse gets its own set of eyeballs all the time. And how is this horse training? Is there anything we can improve this particular horse right now or in the future? And when it came to, that was silly. And when it came to Captain Incredible in particular, here's a horse that I thought was a little bit stiff behind. I thought that he was loading some weight behind. I thought by taking the cork off him and getting him off a half-mile track, because his attitude and work ethic has been on point, and it was good. So how can we improve him? And I just thought, to me, in this instance, maybe a mile clay track might benefit this particular horse. Now, at some point, he has to come back and race on a smaller track, whether it be a 5/8 in Pennsylvania or down in Kentucky, which would be a clay track when he got to the Red Mile. But how do we get to there? How do we get Captain Incredible there? Comfortable, sharp, feeling good, and looking like the horse we wanted. Scott had asked about Time Is On My Side, and horses that I had hopes of, especially after they've been racing well. We talked about Ready for Landing a little bit, and the difference between the two paths that kind of didn't connect, right? Time Is On My Side, 54-27 on the end of it with the earplugs in, wrapped up, excited, very happy. And then the opposite with Ready for Landing, him ended up making a break in his last, and you know, pushed us into a position where we castrated him and gave him 3-4 weeks off, but not the end of his story. And it was just great to catch up and talk about stuff like that. This is stuff that Amy and I talk about all the time, and Jason and I, or Mark and I, or James and I, and it was nice to just talk about it. You know, I felt a little awkward being down here because I wanted to be closer to the action, but it was nice to get the kids down here and just get them a chance to relax. I forget all the time too that they've been working very hard in school. So I know March break is coming up, and they kind of cheated a little bit getting away a week early, but at the same token, I was here. It just seemed like it was a good fit for everybody. To have my mom down here and Amy and the kids, it was great to have everybody down. So although I felt it really hard to tear myself away from the horses in mid-February or March, and there was a piece of me kind of hidden back for that. It was nice to get down here and sit down and have a meal with Rob and take in some of the stuff. Although Disney's not my favorite, I definitely had a lot of fun today, and it was nice to see the kids have fun at Universal Studios also. So not ideal timing wise, but at the same token, I did get a chance to speak about fractional ownership in front of some people that seemed pretty eager to hear about it and hear about our exploits as the stable. So that was the main reason I was here, the work part of our visit. But it was nice to get here, experience all that with everybody, have some fun, and now it's time to get back to work. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Very happy about the way both Jason's and Eric have kept things going in the right direction. Communication, it was perfect when I was away, letting me know if there was any issues. Thankfully there wasn't, but letting me know how the horses were training and if we're on the right track with everybody. So eager to get back. Tuesday's a little bit of a wrinkle, but it was either going to be drive Unbeatable Kemp or qualify those horses at the Meadows, and I wanted to do both, and the only way I could do both was to take those horses over Tuesday morning, get them on the track they're likely going to race on anyway. Of those 4 horses, the only 2 horses that would likely see a half-mile track in any part of their future would be Lovers Play, maybe, and Wallop, and they've both seen it anyway. So it's nice to get that out of the way. So with that, not a huge update for the opening this week. What am I going to update you on? The weather was pretty nice here. It was nice to to be in Florida rather than a snowbank, but at the same time, eager to get back and get working. So looking forward to it. Good luck to all my partners tonight with Walter's Keepsake. Monday we get some more horses going. Again, in a bit of a transitional week or two with White Tiger still up in the open and some horses up a little higher. We missed this week with Collector. We missed this week with Collector and a couple of the other horses, so it'd be nice to get them going again next week. So with that, I'll let you go. I hope you guys had a wonderful week. I did. They did. Addie, what was your favorite ride again? Of the whole week. Of the whole week.
All the rides.
All the rides, but did you have one favorite?
No, I liked them.
You liked all of them? What about the boat ride at Universal Studios? Did you like that one, or was it too scary?
I liked it.
You liked it?
Hey, wait. Which one?
The one where we were in the boat and then Mommy took the picture and you looked like you were terrified. You like that one?
Yeah.
What was your favorite ride, Mom? Amy, what was your favorite ride? The Velociraptor ride was very good, yeah. Ava and Ollie, are you awake back there?
Yep.
What was your favorite ride?
The Hulk or Velociraptor?
The Hulk or the Velociraptor? And Ava?
Ava, what's your favorite ride? The Velociraptor.
The Velociraptor. They all like that one. Well, there you have it. We have an update on all I can tell you about our trip to Florida. So, with that, I will talk to you all for the all of you. I'm gonna do all your videos tomorrow. There's no point. Maybe I can do one before the sun goes down. I might be able to get the racehorses or 3-year-old son. Who knows? Maybe that'll be a good use of my time for the rest of the evening. So with that, I'll let you go. Take care. I will talk to you all very soon from Florida. Take care.